My name is Marta, and in this Red Gaming Tech video I am here with an interesting report from SuperData as they have weighed in on the whole microtransaction topic. Obviously this topic is very controversial and obviously quite a hot button one at the moment thanks to Star Wars Battlefront 2. However, according to the recent report from SuperData, revenue generated from free-to-play PC gaming has doubled since 2012. Basically, they said that despite the controversy recently thanks to EA completely screwing the pooch, consumers are continuing to spend more than ever on additional stuff like microtransactions, loot boxes, and so on. And they went on to say, quote, although gamers are quick to complain that publishers are excessively monetizing additional content for games, players continue to support service-based monetization with their wallets. So let's talk actual comparisons year to year, shall we? Well, back in 2012, free-to-play on PC generated $11 billion in revenue, which then doubled to $22 billion here in 2017, and we're expecting to see a further growth by $3 billion by the year 2022. However, we also saw a growth in revenue generated from full game purchases, growing from $5 billion to $8 billion, and is estimated to reach $11 billion over the same time period. Now, by no means is SuperData saying, yeah, people are buying it, so go ahead and nickel and dime all you want, guys. That's not really what they're saying. What they actually say is that gamers are continuing to spend on, quote, well-executed additional content. And they did actually warn against, quote, what appears to consumers, as money-grubbing techniques. And obviously, they are basically warning against stuff like we've seen with, Assassin's Creed Unity, Need for Speed Payback, Star Wars Battlefront 2, and, a ton of other games, free-to-play or otherwise. When it gets excessive, players push back, and obviously, EA with Battlefront 2 have massively overstepped the line by an insane degree, and of course, have attracted the attention of official bodies. However, they say, quote, it remains to be seen what effect EA's course correction on microtransactions will have on Battlefront 2, but it's fair to say that the vocal fan community isn't enthused. Despite this, it's clear that gamers are continuing to spend on well-executed additional content, and the market presents a massive opportunity for publishers. So basically what they're saying is, at least in the free-to-play market on PC, this isn't like the AAA $60 experience that still charges you for loot boxes or whatever. This is free to play. People are willing to purchase microtransactions or DLC or cosmetics or whatever it happens to be if it's reasonable, if it's, quote, well executed additional content. What they don't like, as we've clearly seen, is overly excessive, grindy as hell systems that are simply put in place to encourage us to spend money, and a game being turned into nothing but a platform to rinse as many micropayments out of you as possible, rather than an enjoyable experience also happens to have microtransactions. So basically, SuperData are just saying, gamers are rewarding well-executed microtransactions in free-to-play, so the market is definitely there, but obviously, as we've seen, people need to be careful, and to be honest, we could see the loot box go the way of the dodo in a few years if official bodies do start ruling it to be gambling, or if regulations do start getting put in place, which could very well happen. As I discussed, the ESA did declare loot boxes not gambling, as did the UK Gambling Commission, but at least the UK Gambling Commission did seem open to the fact that the law may need to be changed, and they are definitely growing concerned with the trend at the moment of loot boxes. And of course, we have yet to hear the results of the investigations in Belgium and Hawaii, which of course could very much cause a ripple effect if they do indeed say that they are gambling and do decide to move forward on any legislation or regulation. So, despite our well-reasoned and definitely deserving gripes and complaints, and obviously the huge backlash recently, I don't think microtransactions are going anywhere anytime soon, at least in free-to-play. Whether or not they stick around in AAA, well, to be honest, I think that depends very much on execution. I personally really dislike the presence of microtransactions in full-price games, unless they're for cosmetics, as you guys know. So hopefully it just sticks to that. If they have to be around, like if you don't have a season pass or any DLC, like say for example Overwatch, you know, the system there is not perfect by any means. It needs a lot of work, but it is one of the fairer systems out there. You know, compared to Battlefront 2, it's nothing. You know, but we are comparing like a broken leg to being slightly slapped on the knee there. So my point is, I wish we wouldn't have microtransactions in full price games, but we have to have them. I'd rather them be cosmetic only and not have them done like absolute piss takers over at EA. But yeah, I think this report shows that microtransactions aren't going anywhere anytime soon, unfortunately. So better buckle in and just hope that the Battlefront 2 controversy shows publishers that they can only push us so far when it comes to the crap that we will put up with, especially within full-priced experiences. People are much more forgiving in free-to-play games for obvious reasons, so definitely going to be an interesting time, I think. We could see big changes coming in the next few years for the industry. As with all industries, things tend to move slowly, so I wouldn't expect to see a change tomorrow, but it's definitely going to be an intriguing time, to be sure. Thanks very much for watching, guys. See you next time.